Scripture portions of the day. Day 325.
Matthew 8, OANT. But when he came down from the mountain, great crowds followed him. And behold, a certain leper came worshiping him. And he said, My Lord, if you are willing, are you able to purify me? And Yeshua stretched out his hand, touching him. And he said, I am willing. Be purified. And at that moment the leprosy was purged. And Yeshua said to him, Take heed that you speak to no one, but go show yourself to the priest and bring a gift as Moses commanded for their testimony. But when Yeshua entered Capernaum, a certain centurion approached him, and he prayed to him. And he said, My Elohim, my boy, is lying in the house and is paralyzed, and he is badly tormented. And Yeshua said to him, I shall come and heal him. That centurion answered, said, My Lord, I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word, and my boy will be healed. I also am a man under authority, and soldiers under my hand. And I say to this one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes, and to my servant, Do this, and he does. But when Yeshua heard, he was amazed, and he said to them, With that came with him, Truly I say to you, that not even in Israel have I found faith like this. But I say to you that many will come from the east and from the west, and will recline with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom will be cast out into outer darkness. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Yeshua said to the centurion, Go, it will be done for you just as you have believed. And his boy was healed at that moment. And Yeshua came to Simeon's house, and he saw his mother-in-law who lay a fever, and seized her. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her. And she arose, and she was waiting on him. And when it was evening, they brought many demon-possessed before him. And he cast their demons out with a word. And all those who had become ill, he healed them, so that they would be fulfilled, which was said by Isaiah the prophet, who said, He will take our pains, and he will bear our sicknesses. But when Yeshua saw the great crowds surrounding him, he ordered that they go to the shore. One scribe came near and said to him, Rabbi, I shall come after you, wherever you go. And Yeshua said to him, Foxes have lairs, and birds have the sky as shelter, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. But another of his disciples said to him, My Elohim, allow me first to go bury my father. But Yeshua said to him, Come after me, and let the dead bury their dead. And when Yeshua came up into the ship, his disciples came up with him. And behold, a great earthquake occurred in the sea, so that the galley would be covered from the waves. But Yeshua was asleep. And his disciples approached to awaken him. And they were saying to him, Our Elohim, save us. We are being destroyed. And Yeshua said to them, Why are you afraid, you of small faith? And then he rose and rebuked the wind and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men were shocked and said, Who is this, that the wind and the seas obey him? When Yeshua came to the other side of the region of the Gardenas, 2 demoniacs met him, who came out from the graveyard, extremely evil, so that no man could pass on that road. And they cried out, and they were saying, What do you have to do with you, Yeshua, son of Jehovah? Have you come before time to punish us? But there was a distance from them a herd of many pigs grazing. But those demons were begging him and saying, If you cast us out, allow us to go into the herd of pigs. And Yeshua said to them, Go. And at once they came out and entered into the pigs, and the whole herd went straight over the cliff and fell into the sea and died in the water. But those who had been herding them fled, and went to the city and revealed everything that had happened about the demoniacs. And the whole city came out to meet with Yeshua. And when they saw him, they begged him to depart from their borders.
Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses and the elders of Israel commanded, saying, Keep all these commands, all that I command you this day. 2. And it shall come to pass in the day when ye shall cross over Jordan into the land which Jehovah thy Elohim gives thee, that thou shalt set up for thyself great stones, and shalt plaster them with plaster. 3. And thou shalt write on these stones all the words of this law, as soon as ye have crossed Jordan, when ye are entered into the land, which Jehovah Elohim of thy fathers gives thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, according as Jehovah Elohim of thy fathers said to thee. 4. And it shall be as soon as ye are gone over Jordan, ye shall set up these stones, which I command thee this day, on Mount Gebal, and thou shalt plaster them with plaster. 5. And thou shalt build there an altar to Jehovah thy Elohim, an altar of stones, thou shalt not lift up iron upon it. 6. Of whole stones shalt thou build an altar to Jehovah thy Elohim, and thou shalt offer upon it whole burnt offerings to Jehovah thy Elohim. 7. And thou shalt there offer a peace offering, and thou shalt eat and be filled, and rejoice before Jehovah thy Elohim. 8. And thou shalt write upon the stones all this law very plainly. 9. And Moses and the priests the Levites spoke to all Israel, saying, Be silent and hear, O Israel, this day thou art become a people to Jehovah thy Elohim. 10. And thou shalt hearken to the voice of Jehovah thy Elohim, and shalt do all his commands and his ordinances, as many as I command thee this day. 11. And Moses charged the people on that day, saying, 12. These shall stand to bless the people on Mount Gerizim having gone over Jordan, Simeon, Levi, Judas, Issachar, Joseph, and Benjamin. 13. And these shall stand for cursing on Mount Gebal, Reuben, Gad, and Aser, Zabulon, Dan, and Naphtali. 14. And the Levites shall answer and say to all Israel with a loud voice. 15. Cursed is the man whosoever shall make a graven or molten image, an abomination to Jehovah, the work of the hands of craftsmen, and shall put it in a secret place. And all the people shall answer and say, So be it. 16. Cursed is the man that dishonors his father or his mother. And all the people shall say, So be it. 17. Cursed is he that removes his neighbor's landmarks. And all the people shall say, So be it. 18. Cursed is he that makes the blind to wander in the way. And all the people shall say, So be it. 19. Cursed is every one that shall pervert the judgment of the stranger, and orphan, and widow. And all the people shall say, So be it. 20. Cursed is he that lies with his father's wife, because he has uncovered his father's skirt. And all the people shall say, So be it. 21. Cursed is he that lies with any beast. And all the people shall say, So be it. 22. Cursed is he that lies with his sister by his father or his mother. And all the people shall say, So be it. 23. Cursed is he that lies with his daughter-in-law. And all the people shall say, So be it. Cursed is he that lies with his wife's sister. And all the people shall say, So be it. 24. Cursed is he that smites his neighbor secretly. And all the people shall say, So be it. 25. Cursed is he whosoever shall have taken a bribe to slay an innocent man. And all the people shall say, So be it. 26. Cursed is every man that continues not in all the words of this law to do them. And all the people shall say, So be it.
Zechariah 1, Septuagint. In the 8th month, in the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, the word of Jehovah came to Zacharias, the son of Bacharias, the son of Addo, the prophet, saying, Jehovah has been very angry with your fathers. And thou shalt say to them, Thus saith Jehovah Almighty, Turn to me, saith Jehovah of hosts, and I will turn to you, saith Jehovah of hosts. And you shall be not as your fathers, whom the prophets before charged, saying, Thus saith Jehovah Almighty, Turn ye from your evil ways and from your evil practices. But they hearkened not and attended not to the hearken to me, saith Jehovah. Where are your fathers and prophets? Will they live forever? But ye receive my words and mine ordinances, all that I commanded in my spirit to my servants the prophets, who lived in the days of your fathers. And they answered and said, As Jehovah Almighty determined to do to us according to our ways and according to our practices, so he has done to us. On the 24th day in the 11th month, this was the month of Sabat, in the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, the word of Jehovah came to Zacharias, the son of Bacharias, the son of Addo, and the prophet, saying, I saw by night, and behold, a man mounted on a red horse, and he stood between the shady mountains, and behind him were red horses, and gray, and piebald, and white. And I said, What are these, my lord? And the angel spoke with me, saying, I will show you what these things are. And the man that stood between the mountains answered and said to me, These are they whom Jehovah has sent forth to go around the earth. And they answered the angel of Jehovah and stood between the mountains, and said, We have gone round all the earth, and behold, all the earth is inhabited, and is at rest. And the angel of Jehovah answered and said, O Jehovah Almighty, how long wilt thou have no mercy on Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, which thou hast disregarded these 70 years? And Jehovah Almighty answered the angel and spoke with me good words and consolatory sayings. And the angel that spoke with me said to me, Cry out and say, Thus saith Jehovah Almighty, I have been jealous for Jerusalem and Zion with great jealousy. And I am very angry with the heathen that combined to attack her. For as much as I have indeed was a little angry, they combined to attack her for evil. Therefore thus saith Jehovah, I will return to Jerusalem with compassion, and my house shall be rebuilt in her, saith Jehovah Almighty, and the measuring line shall yet be stretched out over Jerusalem. And the angel that spoke with me said to me, Cry yet, and say, Thus saith Jehovah Almighty, Yet shall cities be spread abroad through prosperity, and Jehovah shall yet have mercy upon Zion, and shall choose Jerusalem. And lifted thine eyes and looked, and behold, there are 4 horns. And I said to the angel that spoke with me, What are these things, my Lord? And he said to me, These are the horns that have been scattered Judah and Israel and Jerusalem. And Jehovah shewed me these 4 artifices. And I said, What are these coming to do? And he said, These are the horns that scattered Judah, and they broke Israel into pieces, and none of them lifted up his head. And these are to come forth, to sharpen them for their hands, even the 4 horns, the nations that lifted up the horns against the land of Jehovah to scatter it. Zechariah 2, Septuagint. And I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold a man, and in his hand a measuring line. And he said to him, Whither goest thou? And he said to me, To measure Jerusalem, to see what is the breadth of it, and what is the length of it. And behold, the angel that spoke with me stood by, and another angel went forth to meet him, and spoke to him, saying, Run, and speak to that young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be fully inhabited by reason of the abundance of men and cattle in the midst of her. And I will be to her, saith Jehovah, a wall of fire round about, and I will be for a glory in the midst of her. Ho, ho, flee from the land of north, saith Jehovah, for I will gather you from the 4 winds of heaven, saith Jehovah, even to Zion. Deliver yourselves, ye that dwell in the daughters of Babylon. For thus saith Jehovah Almighty, After the glory he has sent me into the nations, and spoiled you, and he that touches you is as one that touches the apple of his eye. And behold, I bring my hand upon them, and they shall spoil to them that serve them, and they shall know that Jehovah Almighty has sent me. Rejoice, and be glad, O daughters of Zion, for behold, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith Jehovah. And many nations shall flee to refuge to Jehovah in that day, and they shall be for a people to him, and they shall dwell in the midst of thee, and they shall know that Jehovah Almighty has sent me to thee. And Jehovah shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and he will choose Jerusalem. Let all the flesh fear before Jehovah, for he has risen up from his holy clouds. Proverbs 20, Septuagint. Wine is an interpret thing, strong drink, full of violence, but every fool is entangled with them. The threat of a king differs not from the rage of a lion, and he that provokes him sins against his own soul. It is the glory of man to turn aside from railing, but every fool is entangled with such matters. A sluggard, when approached, is not ashamed, so also he who borrows corn in harvest. Counsel in a man's heart is deep water, but a prudent man will draw it out. A man is valuable, and a merciful man precious, but it is hard to find a faithful man. He that walks blameless in justice shall leave his children blessed. Whenever a righteous king sits on the throne, no evil thing can stand before his presence. Who will boast that he has a pure heart, and who will boldly say that he is pure from sin? A large and small weight and diverse measures are even both of them unclean before Jehovah, and so is he that makes them. A youth, when in company with godly man, will be restrained in his own devices, and then his ways shall be straight. The ear hears, the eye sees, even both of them are Jehovah's work. Love not to speak ill, lest thou be cut off, since thine eyes, and be filled with bread. The lamp of him that reviles father or mother shall be put out, and his eyeballs shall see darkness. A portion hastily gotten at first shall not be blessed in the end. Say not, I will avenge myself on my enemy, but wait on Jehovah, that he may help thee. A double weight is an abomination to Jehovah, and a deceitful balance is not good in his sight. A man's goings are directed of Jehovah. How then can a mortal man understand his ways? It is a snare to a man hastily to consecrate some of his own property, for in that case repentance comes after vowing. A wise king utterly crushes the ungodly, and will bring a weal upon them. The spirit of man is the light of Jehovah, who searches the inmost parts of the belly. Mercy and truth are the guard to the king, and will surround his throne with righteousness. Wisdom is an ornament to young men, and gray hairs are the glory of old men. Bruises and contusions befall bad men, and plagues shall become in the inward parts of their bellies.